So you reckon Dinesh is going for the trifecta?
No, there's no way he's going to okay 3 surgical admissions in one day. It's unheard of.
Okay, so put another tenner on it.
Even if I lose, I win. Dinesh clears up my ED and Kevin goes up to surgery where he should be.
He's been in here before, hasn't he?
Yeah, heaps. He saw Gavin last time.
Straight back to the GP, huh?
That's what most regos say, and the surgeons love it. They get to chew through their electives and the cash rolls and...
What cash? Where?
Private bet.
Hey, you're a party girl, right? You heard of this place?
Why are you thinking of going?
Well, 2 for 1 drinks. I don't see why not.
Well, why don't we hook up the IV and then wing it from there?
Sweet.
All right, I'll buy the drinks. He won't have any money left.
So, what's your assessment?
I say admit him for an immediate laparoscopic fundoplication.
Yes!
I like your style, Dinesh. Keen judgment, decisive action.
Yeah, man, you can stay on.
2 glasses of bubbles, super cold.
Huh? Special night?
Could be, it's young.
Alice, you look fabulous. Are you coming clubbing?
I could be persuaded.
Excellent, we're going to that new place. Cheap drinks too. It's not the drinks I'm interested in, it's the men.
Straight to the point.
Well, it's okay for you smoke marrieds, but us single girls have to get out there and do some groundwork.
I'll have you know I'm neither smug nor married.
Well, then you better come along and prove it.
Well, I'm keen, but the old man's not up for it.
Well, just cut him loose, it's not like you guys are joined at the hip.
But you want him to come, don't you?
I want him to want to.
Oh, well, then you better get over there and do some groundwork for yourself.
This'll help.
Why is it that couples feel like they have to do everything together?
Maybe because they love each other.
Ugh, it's so needy.
So, what should we drink to?
A really wild night out.
Really?
Well, it could be. Some of the others are going to that new nightclub, and I thought maybe...
Let's just stick to plan A, shall we? Just dinner.
In that case, let's drink to a really nice night out. Where can I find Dr. Giovanni?
I think he went down to ED.
He seems to be spending a lot of time there. Mostly putting patients on the surgical list. Patients who don't need to be there.
Is something wrong?
Perhaps no one has explained to you that we have a severe shortage of surgical beds. Therefore, patients are strictly prioritised.
I understand that.
When you admit ED cases willy-nilly, you're playing havoc with my lists.
All 3 patients I admitted today are in need of surgery.
Not so. The axillary abscess, outpatient, managed by GP. The hiatus hernia, outpatient, managed by GP.
The hernia patient has presented 3 times. His pain's not being managed.
And that must be frustrating for him, but not as frustrating as it is for the elective patients who've been waiting for, let's see, forever?
And what about Mr. Hall, the appendectomy?
He needs to stay. The others you hope to send home.
Discharge?
That's right. Now it's good for me.
Okay, just take your bags through.
Thanks.
Well, you know where everything is.
It's like Back to the Future. I won't be in misery, I promise.
Well, you just make the place your own. Now, I can bring Harry home on Thursdays and Fridays and on the weekends.
No, I don't really know what I'm doing. I mean, how long will be here?
Oh, well, we'll take it week by week.
Okay. But if Harry and Tuesday want to visit, I'll always ask first.
No, you don't need to ask anything. I want to help with pickups and drop-offs, you know, if Chris isn't gonna, if he's busy.
He hates me, doesn't he? What have I done?
No thinking, please. Not until you're better, all right?
Just gonna put some things away.
Tony, you hungry?
No, thanks.
We'll make you something anyway.
Thank you for being so welcoming. Charming. No mai haere mai to our warm, loving whare where we feed you, but only because we have to.
How long did you say she could stay with us?
I said we take it week by week.
Sarah.
Look, the woman's only got 1 kidney. Her spleen's probably like mashed beetroot and goodness knows
Don't
what.
get me wrong, I feel sorry for her. But I don't want our house turning into ground zero for the Warners.
It's not going to be like that.
Okay, so Chris and Tony are doing all right? Sorting stuff out like mature adults? Exactly. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Good evening, Mr. Riley.
All settled in.
Yes, unfortunately, I've discussed your case with the head of surgery and Dr. Jones has decided that you don't qualify for an operation.
What?
She says that at the moment your hernia can be managed with medication alone.
That's not working. This is the third time he's been in here for chronic reflux.
I know, but I've been overruled. My apologies. Go back to your GP and discuss your medication. He may change your dose or try a different... I'm sorry?
I'm not moving from this bed until I'm fixed.
Mr. Riley, you have to realize that there's a waiting list and you just can't... Excuse me. What do I do?
Go back to Justine, explain the situation.
I already did that.
You can't drag him from that bed unless you want security to do it.
Another one for you too? No, just the water, thanks. Yeah, boring, I know, but I've got the morning off. I thought I might get some fishing in.
No, fair dues. I guess 5:30 starts and hangovers don't really mix.
Not really, no.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's hit the club.
Are you afraid all the good-looking ones will be taken?
Well, I don't want the duds.
I hope you're not referring to these handsome gentlemen as duds.
Of course not.
We are going to be the envy of every guy there when we rock up with 3 gorgeous girls.
So are you coming?
Are we?
No, you go, I'll pass.
And tonight's meant to be our night.
Oh, come on, every night's our night. You have your champagne and go with your friends.
All right. First round here, my man Joey is buying, and then we move on.
Sounds good.
Oh, come on, I'm past nightclubs, you know that.
Well, I don't have to go.
Yes, you do. Yeah, good time.
Excuse me.
Trouble on the floor?
No, it's just Tony left some things behind. I wasn't quite sure if I should give them to you, but I didn't want to leave them.
Yeah, just leave it on the desk.
I don't know why you couldn't handle this yourself.
Doesn't want to go.
It doesn't matter what he wants. Mr. Riley, I'm so sorry for mucking you around. Let me explain this decision to you.
It's a balls up, that's what it is.
Not at all. It's a considered response to all the facts. I know you've been here several times in increasing amounts of pain, but surgery for hiatus hernias is an absolute last resort.
Well, this is...
And I understand that your current medication isn't working. But there are several other medications that your GP can prescribe.
I want the operation.
Are you aware of the very high complication rate for this surgery? Increased production of stomach and intestinal gas, chronic nausea, limited stomach capacity, permanent severe discomfort when eating, and inability to vomit. So you might want to try another medication before exposing yourself to that risk.
I'll talk to my doctor.
That would be wise. I'll arrange discharge. That's how it's done.
Thank you.
And if you have any uncertainty about whether to admit a patient from now on, consult with me. In this case, it's obvious that you didn't have all the information, so don't go handing out beds until you do.
Taxi's on its way.
2 taxis?
A minivan.
We look like old people going out in the town. Ring back and ask for 2 taxis.
You're such a poser.
Are you okay?
Sure.
Still feel like coming?
I just wish my boyfriend was coming with me.
It's hard when you don't like the same things.
Keeps it interesting, I guess.
Oh, absolutely.
Anyway, I just want to get there before I fall asleep. What's the hold-up?
2 cabs on their way.
Was that so hard?
Has anyone ever told you that you are a control freak?
Never.
Well, some men like a firm hand.
Well, let's see if we can find one of those for you.
Oh, Callum, you shouldn't have.
What, me lying on a beach in Samoa and you lying on a bed in hospital? Yes, I should have.
Thank you.
Looking good? Up and around?
Oh, sort of. It's early days.
Well, with everything you've been through.
Did Justine tell you what happened?
That you lost a kidney, yes.
I got off lightly compared to Guy. He's in a coma. Central.
And Harry, he's all right?
Oh, apart from the fact that I've wrecked his life, he's doing really well.
Certainly putting yourself through it, aren't you?
It's all my undoing.
You need to look after yourself, Tony. Heal yourself. So, your job's ready and waiting anytime you want to come back?
But I ran out on you. I left you in the lurch.
I don't know what you're talking about. And your replacement was a nightmare. Well, don't ask, but just tell me you'll think about it, yeah?
Chris wouldn't let me near the building.
I'm not asking Chris.
Thank you. There's not many people in my corner these days.
Always. Anything you need, you just ask.
Actually, there is one thing.
Name it.
I'd really like to see Guy sometime. I'd need a lift over to Central, though, because I can't drive yet.
Grab your things, we'll go.
What now?
Your chariot awaits, ma'am.
They'll certainly be looking to make up for the previous encounter.
Ooh, smells good.
Hey, what happened to 2 for 1 night?
I let the party rage on without me.
I spoiled everything, didn't I?
Don't be silly. I just walked into a thumping room full of strangers and thought, why when I can be on the couch with my man and some cheese on toast? Ha ha.
Wonders will never cease.
Huh?
Party girl, Pike's out.
My reputation will be mud.
Well, since you're having an early night, do you want to come fishing with me tomorrow?
What?
Well, I wouldn't normally ask, but you have clearly taken leave of your senses, so...
So you thought I'd like to get up before the crack of dawn, jam some smelly bait on a hook, and freeze my tush off in a little boat for hours and hours?
I take that as a no.
Go with my blessing, but go alone.
Justine sent my patients home. I felt like some fresh out of med school idiot.
I did try to warn you about the bed shortage.
I thought the health system in the UK was bad, but this place seems to be under justice.
Dinesh.
Am I rambling?
No, but I can't sit here all night without saying what I have to say.
Sounds tricky.
It is, and you're not going to like it. I told you there was someone else, but I didn't tell you who.
I already know.
What?
Scotty.
Did someone tell you?
It wasn't hard to work out. That dinner with Kip and Tanya?
I'm so sorry. I
don't need to know.
Yes, you do. I'm serious about Scotty. And I can't lie about it anymore.
I appreciate your honesty, Shanti. One of your many fine qualities.
Dinesh, are you listening to me? I can't marry you now.
I'm not expecting you to marry me now.
Or ever.
There's plenty of time for us to work things out.
You should be furious. Storming out of the room. Threatening to call my family.
You're so old-fashioned, it's just too cute. Now, are you going to pick something to eat? I'm starving here.
Thank you. It's me. I came as soon as I could. Tuesday's fine. And Harry's out of hospital. Still doing the dinosaur pictures thanks to you. They're both with Chris. He's taking really good care of them. He's right about rehab, Guy. I know it'll be hard, but you can do it. And I'll be there every step of the way, I promise.
Shortland Street back on Monday at midday, but later tonight, Linda Martin and Mike Denver are put through their paces when they take their newfound skills to the Limerick races. Stars go racing at 8:30 tonight.